everyone, and welcome to the reboot, the return of Talking Marvel. It is now me and my host, Jason the Diamond Harris. What is going on? We are back.
What's up, people?
We are back, and we are ready to talk Marvel.
Marvelous, and we are ready to kick this ish off right.
We missed a lot this whole year. Like, obviously, you can go back on Spotify and check out the WandaVision breakdown. But now we're finally getting to what we missed this past year and what we're seeing in the future, because shit's about to get crazy.
A real bright future. Next month is going to be epic.
Oh, I'm not prepared for what's going to happen next month at all, but we'll get into that soon. So we missed Falcon and Winter Soldier and everything that came after that. So let's just run through some little quick tidbits of what happened at Falcon and Winter Soldier, because not really much happened. Not really much of a build-up.
Like the filler shows, I like to say. Like, it happened and moved the story along of the phase, but not a lot.
Not a lot. It's potentially building up a lot of things, but pretty much we were introduced to the Flag Smashers. We are introduced to the new Captain America, John Walker.
The new Nick Fury, Miss Contessa Allegra De Fontaine.
Yeah, Val, who was supposed to originally debut in the end credit scenes of Black Widow, but delays and all that stuff. She came to us in Falcon and Winter Soldier. We now know that since John Walker is now agent what?
U.S. agent.
U.S. agent. So they're pretty much setting up the Dark Avengers. The
Thunderbolts.
And the Thunderbolts. They're setting up a lot of things with that. We found out that Sharon Carter is the power broker.
Out of
nowhere.
For a loop. And I kind of found out that Zemo's kind of cool.
Zemo's got some dance moves. Zemo's got some moves.
Like, he was real dark in Civil War, but he came kind of cool.
Yeah, I don't think that's the last time you see Zemo. You'll probably see him with Thunderbolts. You might even see him for Armor Wars.
Yeah, because I keep forgetting about Armor Wars. I keep forgetting about that one and Ironheart. It's hard to keep a lot of stuff that's like in the pipeline. Like, you think about it, but then you're like, you forget because everything else is happening.
Yeah. What else happened? We now have a new captain, and that is Captain Sam Wilson, Captain America.
Yeah, new Captain America.
That suit is awesome.
Yeah.
We probably
definitely a good lift from the comics of how it looked.
Yeah, we probably won't see him also until Armor Wars with Rhodey.
At that time.
Yep, we got a lot coming up with a lot of big cameos from other places. All right, so let's move into Loki. Now, Loki was a show. Loki,
that was
for
awesome.
me, is the second favorite show out of this year.
That one took like the WandaVision bar and like raised it. It was like WandaVision was awesome, and then Loki came in and just took it to the next level.
The theories for WandaVision were fun. I liked that whole year of doing that. But then Loki came around and theories just popped, and you didn't know where it was going to go. And there was speculation of, could this be Kang? There were hints throughout the whole season.
They tricked us, because we were like, oh,
could it be Kang
going to show up in WandaVision? So when they were like Kang, I was like, no, I don't believe that.
When you saw Jonathan Majors in that elevator, and
I was definitely happy. I was definitely happy at that moment.
This show really is starting the horror aspect of Marvel, because when Miss Minutes showed up out of nowhere, that scared the ever-loving crap out of me. A lot of other major things happen in this. We see multiple versions of Loki. Multiple.
Yeah, we found out about variants. Like, that's going to be the big thing going into this whole phase. I think is going to be variants of the Avengers we know.
Yep, we're introduced to the TVA, the Time Variance Authority. We were introduced to Morbius. Morbius is cool.
Wilson.
I was so disappointed. I was disappointed for two things. One, he wasn't able to ride a jet ski. Two, I didn't hear wow.
Yeah.
But that so far, that is the only show that is actually getting a season 2 is Loki.
Yeah.
Oh, and the next show coming up, but we'll get there. But Loki.
There's the only one. Yeah, you're right.
Excellent.
Everything else is getting a movie. Oh, well, What If is getting a season 2?
What If is the other one that's getting season 2?
Yeah.
Maybe something else. We'll see, though.
I think those are the only two that's been announced so far. They haven't announced another season for like Hawkeye or anything like that.
No, which is good because I don't think there should be. We'll get to that in a second. Oh my God, Hawkeye. But yeah, Loki was revealed. Kang is a variant. He Who Remains. There's other variants. He tells us about how he's been called a conqueror. So he didn't come out and say he was Kang, but we all know the actor that's playing Kang in Ant-Man and Quantumania, that's Kang.
Yeah.
It ended up with Sylvie, the female version of Loki, stabbing him and just completely putting the multiverse in chaos. Like, we still don't know who.
No more sacred timeline.
Really, no, there's no more sacred timeline. Everything is a mess. We still don't know who really broke the multiverse. Oh, it's everything. Yeah. But that, I feel like WandaVision was the start of the break of the multiverse. This started damaging it a little bit more. Yeah. So that brings us to the long-awaited movie, Black Widow, that was supposed to come out years ago, but hey, COVID.
Blaze, life, this world fell apart.
I'm not a fan of this. It's okay. I don't like how Taskmaster was handled at all. I don't like how she's dead. Maybe we'll see Taskmaster again in a different form, but I gotta say the opening song, excellent. Now that the whole drama with Marvel and Natasha or Scarlet is all done, maybe we'll see Scarlet again, especially after an episode of What If. Yeah,
right. To bring her voice back as a storyline in the next season, that'd be cool.
Because that series brought us to kind of a cliffhanger.
Yeah. It was like we finally figured out Black Widow's story, but it was like
it's like we already knew.
At the same time, yeah.
Now we knew what happened in Budapest. Like, I don't know. It was okay. I watched it obviously because it's Marvel, but if I had to go back and watch it again, I don't think I would. Maybe just the post-credit scene.
It's good, but it's definitely like one of the one-shot movies that you really don't.
I did like the post-credit scene because that built up a future show.
Built up for future shows, yeah, definitely.
Got a future show.
I love Florence Pugh. Like, I just love her as.
Oh yeah,
she carried that movie. I was used to Scarlett Johansson, but like she brought that movie for me.
She's hilarious, and she gets even
I loved her
funnier.
In Hawkeye. She was awesome in Hawkeye.
God, Hawkeye. So this brings us to our next show that we missed, and that is Marvel What If, and it was very good. A few episodes were a little dark, and I wanted to just like hide in the corner for a little bit.
Yeah, like the end of the Hank Pym one, that kind of hurt me a little bit.
Yeah,
I was like, that was brutal.
He kills all the Avengers. The Hulk death was the worst.
Yeah,
but
that was a hard episode.
There was one episode in particular that it looks like we are getting a live action version of very soon, and that was the Doctor Strange episode.
Yeah, that looks like it's gonna play out definitely next month in Multiverse of Madness.
That is gonna. I thought that might have been the show to bring in everyone's favorite devil, Mephisto.
Yeah, Mephisto, right?
Mephisto.
He's coming. Looking for the devil. The devil in details.
He's coming. He has been hinted in everything. He's been hinted in everything. He's on his way. I'm calling it very soon. But pretty
definitely much in Agatha. I'm thinking an Agatha little spinoff. If they don't introduce him before that, I'm thinking definitely there. because he had a lot to do with Agatha Harkness in the comics. So
if the rumors I'm seeing are true, I think one of the post-credit scenes in Doctor Strange,
Multiverse Madness, yeah, most likely too. That'd be a good place to introduce him to,
because that could set up House of Harkness.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, that's true too.
One of the other episodes in What If was, I don't know, I'm not a big fan of Peggy Carter. I hate how
that episode of Doctor Strange in What If really made me think about. I'll bring it back again to WandaVision, because it's like you see how these really like powerful sorcerers or whatever are reacting, and they have magic. I think that like this whole phase is like going to be about multiversal stuff and like about different sorcery.
Yeah, and about different variants. Everything is
like
different.
Time and magic and like the multiverse stuff. I think is going to be like the big three of this phase, because they've already done space. They've already done like, well, I guess after this they're going to start getting the monsters too. But I guess that mixes in with magic, because they're going to start to introduce Blade and you know, Moon Knight and all this mystical stuff.
Yep.
But I think they're trying to get into the magic side a lot more in this phase.
They are. They're getting to the more creepy side, which is good. But pretty much that cliffhanger ended up with Megavision, the Infinity Vision, and Killmonger stuck in this little multiverse while Supreme Strange watches on, and Peggy Carter, who is now the new Captain America, sees this big Hydra stomper, and it's Steve. Now, in this role, maybe Steve will be Bucky version.
Yeah, right.
Maybe he's evil at first.
Be interesting to see like Steve Rogers as like the Winter Soldier. That'd be a good episode of next season.
I think that's what they're building up to, and the end of it also showed the Watcher placing Natasha back into a timeline, which probably. They said that What If is canon. Maybe that is another thing that broke the multiverse.
Yeah, like a variant of her could pop up in the movie if they get her to come back.
That's how they can do it. Now, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Did not expect how good that was. I did not expect that to be really good.
But I did.
That's a movie I could watch over and over again. The soundtrack is insane. The post-credit scenes were very good. I love the first one, where Wong is just like, "Hey, your rings are doing something. What's going on?"
Yeah, like,
and like
out in space. Like, what?
Carol is just sitting there, and she just takes off. Like, what happened there? Like, there's a lot to process of what happened in that movie, but he has control of those. It was really good. I'm glad I saw that in theaters. I actually think that might have been the first movie I saw back from the pandemic era. And I'm glad I saw it. It was really good.
I just feel like they didn't need to try to tie it back to Iron Man. No. I think they were just trying to bring it back around, but I think they could have just kept the mention of the 10 rings, and that would have been our connection back to Iron Man.
Right.
But I think they were like really trying to make it seem like, oh, he was always happening over here. It's just why he wasn't in our stories. Like,
right. I like that we got to saw a new version of Abomination fight Wong. That was nuts. Awesome. And then, so that pretty much confirms that, like, Abomination's arrested, and Wong is just there to, like, train him up, because I think Abomination's going to be the Hulk version of the Thunderbolts.
Yeah, so and he's going to show up in what's the name in She-Hulk's show. I heard
She-Hulk. There's so much Marvel stuff coming out.
I know.
It's ridiculous.
Like, all these things are like little teases, and it's like they're working in the background. They're like, we got surprises.
Yeah. So the other end credit scene of Shang-Chi also saw his sister take control of the 10 Rings organization. What's gonna happen with that? I don't know, but now we got more evil like, organizations.
Evil organizations popping.
Because now you can probably try to bring back AIM. AIM needs, probably get MODOK. MODOK is pretty coming soon. But that's pretty much all for Shang-Chi. It was just visually stunning.
Awesome.
The choreography, is just amazing. The soundtrack, I love the soundtrack. And then, speaking of visually stunning, let's go to Eternals. I liked Eternals.
From the Eternals.
It got a terrible rating. Not many people liked it, but if I would have put Eternals, I would put Eternals over Black Widow. I think Eternals is better than it would go for me. This movie's would be like on Disney Plus would be like Shang-Chi, Eternals, and then Black Widow.
To me, I would put it. I don't know. I think I like Black Widow a little slightly more just because it was more action based. To me, Eternals was like it was trying to be action based, but it was trying to be pretty and like have an epic story too at the same time. Yes. It was like just trying to do too much out of a Marvel movie. Like we as Marvel lovers, we want to be, we want to be impressed at what we see, but it's like we don't need to be force fed like a whole bunch of exposition. Like most of the stuff has already happened in comic books for years.
Right. Anyway. Right.
But the exposition is unnecessary, but I liked it.
I liked it too.
I still like what else slightly a little bit more.
Yeah, so pretty much Eternals just like introduced us to the eternal beings, the big celestials that we kind of saw part of in Guardians.
We've been having questions about the celestials since like Guardians of the Galaxy when they first came out.
We
Everybody knew more about celestials since then.
Yep, and we got them. Kind of sad we didn't get a younger version of Thanos, but I'm sure we'll probably get something like that. Yeah, we got Star Fox. We got Star Fox.
That was a little awesome cameo at the end. I also like the Blade entry. I didn't like how they only teased it with his voice though. They're like, "Are you sure you want to do that, Mr.
Yeah,
Whitman?"
are you sure you want to do that? Yeah,
that was a tease.
It's a long movie. There's some cool parts to it, but like you just pretty much learn who the Eternals are, how they got there, what the Celestials are, and then they just build up Blade and whatever's gonna happen next. Because shit's gonna go down.
And I really will say that like the way it ended, I really will say if it does end up having a sequel, I will definitely see it because it got me invested that much.
Yeah.
I'm hoping for more action base next time around if we get with the Eternals.
All right, so this brings us to our first of non-MCU movies, and that's Venom: Let There Be Carnage. I really want to talk about that. I didn't think it was good until the end credits.
The first one, though?
No.
You didn't think it was better than the first one?
No, I think the first one's because I'm just now remembering some parts of the first one. No, I think Venom: Let There Be Carnage was pretty good. Just because I love Carnage. That was he looked awesome in there. But like the story was weird. It was weird. Yeah. It was like Woody Harrelson was good as Cletus. But the movie was okay.
They were trying to, I don't know. They still, in that one, it felt like they were still trying to walk that line where we're like, well, we don't really want to mention mutants because Shriek is a mutant. Like, they're like, we really don't want to mention mutants, but we kind of have to.
Yep.
That's annoying.
Yeah. Well, they're coming.
I understand why, but it's annoying.
They're coming. But yeah, it was an okay movie, but that end credit scene, oh my God. I was like at the edge of my seat. Awesome. I was like, what? They're bringing him into the MCU? I lost it. I was so happy.
And I knew it because it was like, as soon as he blipped and he was in like the 616 or the MCU, I was like that's what happened to Spider-Man. Doctor Strange messed up the spell, and that's why he's there. He got pulled in with all the other people who knew.
And the way he like stares at Spider-Man on the screen, it's like, how do you know him? He's in the MCU. How do you know him? Oh, I love that end credit scene.
He's a lot. So
now we go back to the
I think Venom should get a part 3 though. I would like to see a 3-quel for Venom.
We shall see. I think he is. Which brings us to, now we're back to the MCU. Bring us to Hawkeye. Also, excellent. Excellent. I would rank WandaVision, Loki, Hawkeye right now. Then What If? And then Falcon. But Hawkeye got us some surprises. A big surprise.
I knew it was, but like I didn't expect it.
Yeah, the minute they showed like the silhouette of him walking and that thud, oh, I was like, they are bringing in Kingpin right now. This is happening. They happened on Hawkeye. Mm-hmm. But the dynamic between Florence and Haley Steinfeld was hilarious.
Oh, hilarious. Oh, that was my favorite part. Especially the elevator fight scene.
The elevator fight, the mac and cheese scene was hilarious.
Hilarious.
I would like to spin off
Yelena. I'm just gonna love her.
Yeah, I would love awesome. A spin-off of Yelena and I guess what are they gonna call her? What are they gonna call Kate Bishop? Is she gonna be the new Hawkeye?
I guess Hawkeye. That's what she was in the comics. It was just Hawkeye.
The little banter that they had at the end. I'm glad that they introduced Lucky. We got Lucky.
Yeah,
Lucky the pizza eating dog. I love it. I heard Grills and I was like, oh no, poor Grills. Because in that comic, Grills does not have a good fate. But I'm glad he stayed alive. The whole LARPing thing was fun.
I'm actually looking forward to seeing what's going to happen with Maya too, because Echo's pretty prominent in the comics right now. So like, I know they're going to do some stuff with her.
So in the episode, you see Echo shoot Kingpin, and Kingpin died. Although if you don't see him dead, he's not dead. He's not dead. Especially if you just brought him in here. Now that like we got like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Daredevil, Iron Fist, Luke Cage,
all the shows,
all finally on Disney Plus.
On Disney Plus, they're owning,
which is good. Which means they're finally being canon.
Yeah, but exactly.
You can curse, okay. But Hawkeye. We got Kingpin, and then which led us to questioning who else could they bring over, and that question was answered in Spider-Man: No Way Home.
We got DD, the real DD.
We got Ben Affleck, Matt Murdock. I guess there was a deleted scene where like Matt Murdock was like looking at Happy Hogan and was like, "You look familiar."
I heard about it.
And he was like, "Well, yeah, I meet a lot of people. My memory's a little foggy." And I was like,
I heard about it, yeah.
Shit.
But that's something they should have kept in though.
Yeah.
That's stuff that we love. We eat that stuff up.
Yeah, you could have made that movie 4 hours. I still would have sat in that theater.
Exactly.
That movie.
No Way Home was really good.
I was so amped for No Way Home. I saw it literally Thursday night, and then I saw it again, and then I saw it again Saturday morning. But yeah.
I think the Tom Holland trilogy is the first one where I enjoy all three of the Spider-Man movies. So I liked Homecoming, I liked No Way Home, and I loved Far From Home, and I loved No Way Home.
Yeah. But
in the original Sam Raimi, I only liked the first two. It really wasn't digging Spider-Man 3.
No, it was so awesome. In No Way Home, we finally got Doc Ock, Green Goblin, Sandman, Lizard, and Electro
all together. That was awesome. Then seeing 3 Spider-Men, I didn't believe it was going to happen, but I had a little geek moment. My heart fluttered.
First off, full disclosure, I cried like most of the movie. Like
it's like when it's like that scene in Endgame, you start to tear up when you hear it assemble.
I cried with Aunt May. Then like it turned to happy tears when I saw Andrew Garfield. And then they brought in Tobey, and I was like, oh my God. And then the whole scene where he first meets him, it was excellent. Excellent.
It was like really devastating moments for him. But
yeah.
It left you excited on where he's going from here. Like it hurt to see him lose all that, but it made you excited about his future.
And we got to see Doctor Strange. Apparently he wasn't possessed like I thought. I thought he was being controlled by somebody.
Because he was acting all weird.
Yeah, he was acting all weird. We find out that he's not the Sorcerer Supreme anymore. Wong is now the Sorcerer Supreme. And we also find out that Wong didn't blip.
Yeah, I heard about that.
So he
was one of
didn't
the ones that
live.
was spared.
So yeah, I didn't realize that. That was pretty cool. A lot of other stuff happened. Well, everyone goes back to their respective multiverses, thanks to Doctor Strange, and everybody forgot who Peter Parker was, and he's not Spider-Man. But
he has like no one he can depend on, no
nobody.
family members now. It's just him.
That suit was pretty sweet. I really wanted like a deleted scene where like he's swinging through like the thing, New York City, and he sees like Hawkeye.
Yeah, and you see his
Kingpin. Yeah, I thought like I was gonna see a Hawkeye appearance because No Way Home takes place
how Venom,
right
remember
before.
how Venom 2 left over too, or
yeah.
was Venom 2? Yeah, where there's a little piece.
Oh no, this is this
stuck
one
in our universe.
This was this end credit scene.
I think that if they do Spider-Man 4, that he's gonna end up getting his black suit.
Yeah, because that was the end credit scene. The end credit scene was they showed Venom or Eddie Brock at the bar getting drunk, listening to some guy tell him about Thanos and the Infinity Stones, and then right back to the Sonyverse he goes.
Mm-hmm.
But he left a little drop of Venom in the MCU. So,
and this would be the perfect time. Like, he's alone, starting new. This would be the perfect time for him to get a power boost and like something he can kind of trust, even though we know how the black suit story ends up.
Yep. Just don't kill him this time. Don't pull a Spider-Man 3.
No.
He needs to be around for a while. There's a lot of Venom stories to be told. Like, it needs to happen. Which brings us to, I think we're all caught up because we Moon Knight just came out last Wednesday.
Yes,
and that first episode was very good.
I enjoyed it a lot. I don't know a lot about his comics.
Me either.
I'm definitely going to do my research now, but I enjoyed his first episode a lot.
The fact that we got
2 episodes, it was just the one.
It was just one. I think there's only 6 episodes this season, 6 or 7.
Yeah,
but I've seen that they're the longest episodes of all the shows that they put out so far.
They're going to be like an hour.
Yeah, they're going to be like 45 to 50 minutes each. Can't get that song stuck out of my head every time he wakes up and stuff. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's interesting to see it's cool to see how they're doing this, how he's like got multiple personalities, how he can like talk to them.
Yeah, it really gave me a feeling of Legion, but it's like a little bit less psychological and more action based.
Yes. That's
what made me think about.
It's gonna be interesting to see what happens. We might get to see maybe Blade get introduced into this, or maybe
I'm thinking something's gonna happen because you know how Disney likes their corporate synergy. Yeah. So we already know that like this is still gonna be running probably on the last episode by the time Doctor Strange comes out.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking something's gonna happen, most likely. Something's gonna be just like they did with Kingpin in No Way Home.
It's gonna be something pretty big for Moon Knight. So it's gotta be either Blade or maybe Kit Harington's character. But episode 1's good. Left me hanging. Can't wait for Wednesday.
Good teaser. Good hanger.
Let's talk about our predictions for Multiverse of Madness, because if everything I'm seeing is gonna happen, what in the hell are we gonna watch?
And it's like, how am this movie gonna change? Because I'm gonna walk out and be like,
if in the trailer you show Professor Xavier, what else is gonna be in this movie? Like, what is gonna top Professor Xavier? Like, the fact that you showed him in the trailer is insane. What is gonna happen in this movie? Well, we're gonna get Chthon. Chthon is almost confirmed to be the bad guy in there.
He's actually going to show up?
Yep. Chthon's going to be in there. I honestly think one of the post-credit scenes is going to be Mephisto.
I mean, they picked the right guy to direct the movie if they're trying to introduce demons.
Yeah. Yep. You got pretty big ones. Because it looks like they're battling in that like dark hole place where like the book was created. by
Yeah,
Cathan.
that you saw in the Darkhold, that page, like the on the wall, that's the
Yep.
symbol on the wall. Mm-hmm.
I think we're gonna see her kids. I think
I hope so. I really want some kind of resolution to that, and I don't want her to
if
die.
they're setting
I
up
would
Young
be
Avengers,
so disappointed if Wanda died. Like, you don't understand.
well, that brings
So
me to my other theory. If Loki's in this, we might get variants too. We're gonna be like, oh, this is because that would make sense with the whole trailer scene where Wanda's touching the other Wanda's face. Maybe that's where we see her kids. And something's gonna happen. This movie's gonna be nuts. I wish this movie was a lot longer than what I saw it was probably gonna be.
yeah, I heard it was gonna be like 2 hours.
Yeah,
Over 2 hours.
And 2 hours and 6 minutes. So apparently it's not going to be that much madness. But yeah, we're
gonna definitely be changed by the end of the movie.
The Illuminati is gonna be there. Mutants are showing up. Like
other sorcerers, America Chavez, Miss America. Yeah. They're introducing Young Avengers too. I really do believe they're building up.
Yep, because now we got Kate. You can use Yelena as their version of Black Widow. Now you have Billy and Tommy.
In his speed.
Yep.
Not Iron Lad. Patriot was in Falcon Winter Soldier.
Yep. Now you're gonna get Miss Marvel. Who that show looked actually really good.
Yeah, we didn't even touch on that one. That show actually does look pretty good.
Yeah,
I'm kind of torn on how they changed her powers, but I can see if they're trying to introduce Mr. Fantastic eventually. I can see how they would make her look different.
Yeah, I like how I don't know, they should touch up on the Terrigen because that's pretty much how she got her powers was the Terrigen mist.
Yeah,
which is
they don't want to mention their Inhumans.
They don't want to mention the Inhumans. that's another
they don't
project.
Want to mention their Inhuman mistake.
And I agree because I watched like the first 2 episodes. I was like, this could have been good, but yeah, we can talk about Morbius being a letdown.
I keep hearing bad things, and I was like, I'm
horrible.
Really it would be a bad movie.
It's so confusing. Oh, I probably won't see it until it's like streaming for free.
And I was thinking the same thing.
Because I'm not gonna go pay money to sit in the theater and watch this. But the end credit scene, I guess, shows how Vulture from Homecoming going to that universe, which
I heard about that.
Zero sense.
I heard Michael Keaton was in it.
Yep.
But yeah, I like the way I read about it. The way I read about the scene, it didn't make any sense. Like it was just something they shoehorned in there to make it look good because they want to do a Sinister Six.
Yeah, and
which I'm like, I would love to see a Sinister Six, but I would also like it to happen organically. I feel like with Venom, it was happening organically, like it was happening slowly but surely. Even in No Way Home with or was it Homecoming with Vulture? I felt like it was happening slowly but surely with Scorpion. Yep. But I feel like they tried to
still have Scorpion out there. And Kraven. Kraven's coming out.
Yeah, I keep hearing about Kraven the Hunter. I heard about Madam Web recently too.
So this probably wasn't the first or last time we'll see all 3 of them together in a movie. It's gonna be crazy.
I'd definitely be down to do Sinister Six though.
Oh yeah, I cannot wait for the Sinister Six. It's gonna be great.
And they also announced, or in Spider-Man related news, Into the Spider-Verse 2 is coming soon too.
That is gonna be incredible. Yeah. Incredible, because the first one was astoundingly good. I didn't expect that at all.
I really didn't think I would enjoy it as much as I did, but I liked Into the Spider-Verse. I thought it was really good. Yeah.
So that is all in the year that we've missed for Talking Marvel. Join us next time.
2022.
Yep. Join us next week as we talk Moon Knight episode 2 and whatever other rumors are coming out for Marvel, because we are fastly approaching Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Just weeks away. I actually think tickets go on sale Wednesday, April 6th for it. So with that, we'll bid you all a fair due. And we'll see you next week on Talking Marvel.
Very soon. I know. You're definitely have some. All right. Peace out, people.
Later.